In this module, we use 4 global case snapshots. The purpose is not to scandalise, it's about looking at the mechanics, how systems are exploited, what controls failed, and what controls helped disrupt corruption. How do we use these snapshots to further our knowledge? For each snapshot, listen for 3 things. 1. The lever, procurement, state-owned enterprises, or public funds. 2. The control failure, weak oversight, weak records, compromised appointments, or selective enforcement. 3. The disruptors, independent inquiry, prosecution, asset recovery, and transparency controls. Snapshot 1 focuses on South Africa's State Capture Commission, commonly known as the Zondo Commission. A judicial commission of inquiry examined allegations of state capture and corruption involving state organisations, including state-owned enterprises and procurement-linked decision-making. The Commission produced multiple reports detailing patterns of how influence over appointments, contracting, and oversight can be used to weaken institutions and redirect public resources. So what are the mechanics to notice? Well, when procurement and SOE governance are weak and when oversight is neutralised, corruption can shift from isolated events to repeatable systems. Controls highlighted by this type of inquiry include stronger SOE governance, transparent procurement records, independent oversight, and consequence management that reaches senior levels, not just juniors. Snapshot 2 is Malaysia's 1MDB scandal, which focused on a state investment fund and the movement of large sums through complex financial pathways. Courts in Malaysia have convicted former Prime Minister Najib Razak in major proceedings linked to 1MDB, including convictions for abuse of power and money laundering, with significant prison sentences and fines reported in late 2025. The mechanics to notice in this case were that public funds and governance structures can be exploited when decision rights are concentrated, independent oversight is weak, and financial transactions are obscured through layers of entities and intermediaries. Controls and disruptors here include independent investigations, prosecution capacity, court outcomes that reach the top, and asset tracing recovery work across borders. Snapshot 3, Nigeria's Abaka loot recoveries. This shows how public stolen money can be hidden overseas, then recovered and repatriated. The Abaka case is widely cited in asset recovery discussions. Transparency International notes Abaka is suspected of looting billions of dollars, with funds recovered from jurisdictions such as Switzerland. The World Bank has published material about monitoring of repatriated funds, illustrating an important control when assets return. Safeguards and monitoring matter to reduce the risk of re-misuse. The mechanics to notice: asset recovery is cross-border, legally complex and slow. Repatriation without transparency can simply recycle risk. The controls to highlight: transparent restitution agreements, monitoring, traceable spending, and strong public support on how returned funds are used. Snapshot 4 is a US civil forfeiture settlement involving assets allegedly purchased with proceeds of corruption by a senior official from Equatorial Guinea. In 2014, the US Department of Justice announced that the second Vice President of Equatorial Guinea agreed to relinquish more than $30 million in assets. This included a Malibu mansion and other items under a settlement resolving a civil forfeiture case. The key learning here is the mechanism. Civil forfeiture can be used to target assets allegedly linked to corruption proceeds, even when the underlying conduct occurred elsewhere. Trials to notice are financial tracing, cross-border cooperation, and settlement terms aimed at directing value for public benefit where law permits. Across these snapshots, the pattern is consistent. Corruption scales when 1. Procurement and SOEs lack strong governance and records. 2. Appointments weaken oversight. 3. Enforcement becomes selective. And 4. Money can move through complex pathways without detection. Disruptors are also consistent. Independent scrutiny like commissions of inquiry, court outcomes that reach senior levels, transparent procurement records, and credible asset tracing, along with recovery systems. Now it's your turn. Let's do a quick self-check. Think of any organisation or country context that you know of. Ask yourself 3 questions. First, where is the money lever? Procurement, state-owned enterprises, or special funds? Second, what controls are the weakest? Records, conflicts of interest, oversight, or enforcement independence? Third, what would disrupt the risk fastest? Transparent records, independent oversight, or credible consequences? Pause for a moment and pick one area you would tighten first. That's a wrap on this module. Remember, these cases are different in detail, but the mechanics repeat. Integrity is built by controls that create transparency, independence, and real consequences.